Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today, I literally just woke up and this was on my heart. I just wanted to press play. And I was thinking about this piece of manifesting from our heart's desire that people miss. We can talk all day about how to manifest, but you can manifest things that are amazing and big and wonderful, but they may not make you truly happy. And there's a very serious reason why. And I want to dive into this video and give you the tools to get to the place of manifesting your true heartfelt desire. I'm going to show you the work you need to do to get there. Watch this video. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, please click the little subscribe button, the bell to receive notifications when I release new videos. And if you've been with me for a while, thank you so much and welcome back. I didn't even get ready today, obviously. I woke up, I washed my face. I was like, I gotta put this out there. Because when something's on my heart, it's on my heart and I gotta get it out. So I wanted to talk about this last piece of manifestation that's actually the biggest piece. And I think so many people forget this. A lot of people come to me and they're like, well, what the heck does it actually mean to follow your heart? This has been a lifelong journey for me backwards to really unravel, but this is super important. When we talk about following our heart's desire, we have to be in our authentic self first. We have to do some inner work. We have to do some inner child work because the thing is, so many of us, and I said this on my Instagram story last night, and I'm going to reiterate it in case you guys didn't see that. So often we follow what we think our heart is, but really what it is a wounded inner child who's created all these coping mechanisms to think that these things are safe, these things are enough, these things will validate me. And so we think that what brings us joy, because it is bringing us joy, is our heart. But the thing that many of us think is bringing us joy before we do the inner child work is the thing that we've decided is worthy. The thing that we've decided is safe, which is a lot of times external security. The thing that or opinions, the thing we've decided, you don't know how many people I have that come to me, doctors, lawyers, teachers, all these things, that they've accomplished all these things and they're not happy because their accomplishments were based on enoughness. Oh, my family will be happy if I become a doctor like the rest of them. Oh, society will think I'm enough. I remember this one client I had, he said, I became a doctor because I wanted to get girls and I wanted to know that I was enough. But at the end of the day, that wasn't his truth. His truth was something completely opposite. And we can't get to what that truth is, that true work, that true partner, none of it, until we really do that shadow work. We really find that emotional truth. Just so you guys know, I have to mention, emotional rehab starts June 1st. If this is resonating with you at all, with your identity, your true identity versus your false identity, the ideal versus real, please jump into emotional rehab June 1st with me. It's 12 weeks online, but I show up every week to do a live, to answer questions and go deeper. Try that out. I designed this class because this was my journey many years ago in really deciding what is the truth of me. When we're young, we get this idea of rejection or this idea of I don't fit into society in these ways or I don't fit in my family in these ways. Whatever it is, whatever reason it is, we put parts of ourselves in the shadow. We take some of our truth, our authentic truth, and we abandon it for an idealized version that fits better so that we belong, so that we're not left out. Scapegoats out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Anyone who feels like they're not a societal ideal, you know what I'm talking about in one way or another. And this also goes for golden children, not only scapegoat children, but the golden children as well, because the golden child has to live up to this ideal, and they don't even know who their real is a lot of the time. So this works also for you. It's for everyone. So when we grow up and we think we have to put parts of ourselves away and become this ideal version so that we're accepted, it's very painful internally because what we're really doing is self-abandoning and we don't even know it. We don't even mean to, right? It's really hard. I have so many young clients that come to me and say, they're so mad at themselves for not being able to stay themselves. I remember that time. And so this road back to really creating and manifesting from your true, authentic desires, from your heart, means we have to get very comfortable in this work and this emotional truth and start to shed these ideals, or life will do it for you, by the way. Shed these ideal versions that once made us feel happy because we were lining up with what we thought enough was. That's why these things made us happy. I always say my ego needs is what I used to think was safe, secure, and happy, because it's what my inner child decided I needed to do because it couldn't just be me. So my ego desires were like, oh, the big house, this, that, right, all that stuff that most people do, societal-based norms. We go to those things and we think we're happy because we have those, but then when we do inner work, those things don't actually work anymore. Living in a big house and driving the best car and having all the money doesn't actually do it for you, and you're like, why? Accomplishing, your doctorate doesn't do it for you. Why? Because that's what you did to keep your ego from bleeding out so that you could actually feel enough. You know what I'm talking about. And then what happens after you do all this inner work and you just want to totally reclaim your truth and live in alignment with who you truly are and have authentic relationships and be married to the right person and have the right career, a lot of times all of that's going to change. For me, the first piece that I discovered was my true purpose in the world, and then everything else started to flow. Oh my God. Now that I'm actually being who I truly am and doing what I'm supposed to do in this world, now what's the rest going to change into? Because it will change. And so when you start to really recognize that I'm enough, and you start to let yourself, not your brain, your body, when you start to thaw some of those frozen emotions because of trauma, and you start to let your body lead you into what feels good, it might scare you because the things that really feel good to you might not be enough according to your ego. And that's where the challenge comes in. The ego is like, oh, hell no, you can't like that. That's not good enough. And then you start to have this battle with yourself of like, am I not enough then if I like that? And these are all self-imposed rules and societally based rules. But we can disengage from society because we can see how society's not really God. So when you really think about this, am I in the space to have courage enough to follow what feels good, even if it doesn't look like I think it should look? Even if it isn't up to my ego-based standards? Can I still follow my heart if it looks ugly, if it looks messy, if it looks too normal? So many people who do this work don't want to be normal and regular. They got to be special because that's trauma, right? Can you just be you and know that it's enough because it's what makes you happy? And who made the decision that you're not enough? Where did you get these ideas from, right? Really dissecting that. So really manifesting our heart's desire is first finding our heart and living from the feelings. Not the feelings, and this is the confusion, not the feelings that you adopted and manufactured to feel enough from your ego, but really letting that go. And that's a really interesting process. I've done it. Letting all those ego desires go, because something inside starts to grow bigger than your ego, and that's called your truth and your humility and your vulnerability. And you're entering that space where you're just super emotionally raw and your emotions are not able to not be. You can't dumb them down. You stop trying to mask them or deny them or numb them out. You're just letting yourself be yourself. You're being real about how you feel so you can heal. I've been saying this for over a decade, right? And the reason I say this over a decade is because this is exactly what I had to do to reclaim the truest version of myself. And I'm obviously super passionate about everyone else doing it, because then we have a harmonious world. We heal this world one soul at a time. If we're all being who we truly are, we're all going to have a mission to serve the planet, to heal people and each other and ourselves, to do good, right? Only people that hurt people are hurt people, right? So if we're whole and authentic and true and real, we're going to want that for everyone. We want everybody to rise. We want everybody to be in their empowerment. And that's when you get to this place, you're not really jealous of people. You're not really like, you're like, I know my zone. You know your lane. One of the deepest things I come up against with my younger clients is, Candace, what's my place in the world? How do I know? And I said, well, when we become our authentic self, you're going to know, because it's just going to come to you because you're being you. You know that phrase, I think it's Rumi, who says, what you seek is seeking you? Kind of that. When you're being you, it finds you because it's a match. Your purpose and the truth of you is a match. I actually designed this course a long time ago. It's only a 2-hour course, by the way. It's called The Empowered Empath, to really help empaths heal into their deeper purpose. It's only 2 hours because that's really all you need to clear some things out and get clarity enough to be like, holy shit, this is the zone. So many of you empaths out there or highly sensitive people just need an accurate, authentic mirror to be able to remind yourself of your truth. So this is the thing. Your ego-based desires that make you happy are not going to be anything that works for you when you're in your true joy and your heart-centered joy. So just look at all your ego things around you. Look at the things that you feel attached to. Are you attached to the Chanel bags? I was at one point. Let's be real. Are you attached to these addictive relationships? Are you attached to some kind of addiction outside of relationships? Are you attached to the way things look or the opinions of others? These are your indications that your ego is still in charge. When you can start to relax and flow and be cool with what is, and not need to show up a certain, here, I just woke up, right? Not need to show up in a certain way, but just show up as you are and be like, I know I'm enough. Or show up as you are and say, if everyone doesn't like me, that's cool, I like me. When you start to do these things, I'm going to speak my truth even if other people get upset. Even if, I get in trouble. Do you anyway. When you can be unapologetically you. And it doesn't have to look or seem a certain way, but it feels so good because it's you. That's when you know you're in that zone, that attraction zone of everything that's real for you coming in hot. And I had a friend tell me when I was telling her this the other day, she goes, yeah, I remember it was like everything just fell into place for you. I said, that's what it is. Things fall into place for us when we get out of the way. We're holding a place, we're literally sitting, our ego is sitting in the place of everything falling into place. So I hope you take this in. Just a reminder, Emotional Rehab starts June 1st, open now. Also, I know I've been telling you guys this, inner work, which is working with me, with maybe 1-2 other people, sometimes 3 max, 90 minutes a week over Zoom for 8 weeks, rebuilding from the inside out, mirror work, emotional imprint work, attachment work, boundary work, power work, owning your power. What else we got? Inner critic, toxic shame, all of that with me for 8 weeks. It is the more affordable way to coach with me. If you're interested in that, it's a very popular course. Check that out as well. Other than that, please make sure you're on my newsletter so that you get the free meditations and all the things that we're sending out now. If you want to join my monthly membership, it's the Truth Room. It's amazing. I see you guys every Friday morning at 10 a.m. over Zoom, Pacific time. I just adore you guys. Any questions and comments are always welcome. I hope you have an amazing week. I'll see you soon.